Hi everyone, welcome back to Learning with JD. Today we are going to talk about the second chapter of our BIMBOK 7th edition. We are going to talk about the system for value delivery. How is the value for the entire product being delivered to the end customer, to the end user? That's what we are going to discuss in today's video. So let's start today's session, and I what I will do is that I will switch off my video for now. Let's just concentrate on the topic. We'll catch up and we'll talk again once we are done with the topic. There you are. So let's start with the session of the system for value delivery. We are all talking about value here, right? It has five subsections within that. We are going to talk about creating the value. How do you create a value? And how does the project operate within the system to produce the value for the organization and its stakeholders? That's the most important thing. The organizational governance system, every value, every delivery of the project has to have a governance around that, and how does that support the output, which is the value of the delivery, something which is going to be covered in 2.2. The third section will talk about the functions that are going to support the project, all the subsidiary teams, departments, whoever are going to support the project is point number 3. Then we are also going to talk about project environment, that the internal and the external factors that will influence the project and the delivery of the value. The fifth one is the product management consideration, right? So finally, it identifies the ways in which the portfolio, the program, and the project and the products are related. In today's video, we are going to keep the video short. In terms of learning, we are going to cover the top 3 sections and understand what does this include, which is creating a value, organizational government governance system, and functions associated with the projects. Fair? Let's start. All right, so let us start with the first section, which is creating value. And what do we mean when we say creating value? So projects are a part of a larger system. It can be an organizational, it can be a government agency, it can be contractual agreement, anything. What we are ultimately looking forward is how do we create a value for my stakeholder, for the organization, for whoever is going to use this. The examples of ways that the project produce value, various ways. There are 5 of them. First, creating a new product or a service or a result that meets the need of the end customer. Ultimately, why are you making a particular product? It has to meet the need of your end customer and your user, right? If you create a product which is not being used by anybody, is it of any value? No, right? It's not going to help you anywhere. So that is one. Second, it has to create a positive social and environmental contribution. It cannot have a negative impact to it, right? Anything which goes negative is not something that is going to add value to your project or your product. It improves the efficiency, productivity, effectiveness, or responsiveness. It has to have either of the one of these four, right? Any product that you're doing or any project that you're doing for a product has to at least improve the efficiency or productivity or effectiveness or responsiveness or both or more than one outputs, right? Then comes the enabling the changes needed to facilitate the organization transition to its desired future state. So a lot of organizations are into transition phase. A lot of organizations are moving away from waterfall and now following the agile methodology. So all these projects that you are doing should help the organizations in the transition from the current state to the future state. The next one is sustaining benefits enabled by previous projects, product or business operations. So in case if there is something which a previous product or a project has already done, but now you just need to create this particular project for sustaining the benefits of it. So while you are evaluating whether you have to do the project or no, you have to make sure that at least one out of these 5 are fulfilled. So now let's look into a little more deeper for this particular concept. So there are various concepts, components today that are portfolio, programs, projects, products, operations that are anyways being used individually and collectively to create a value. Working together, these components comprise a system for delivering value that is aligned with the organizational system. It also shows a standalone program with projects and standalone projects not associated with the portfolio. Any program or projects could include products. Operations can directly support and influence the portfolio programs and the projects as well as the other business functions such as payroll or supply chain management and anything else. Portfolio program and the project influence each other as well as the operation. So if you see in this particular diagram which is mentioned here, right, there are certain things which will work individually as well. However, there are certain which will fall into a part of one portfolio or more than one portfolio, and then everything put together is part of the operations team. So a system for value delivery is a part of the organization's internal environment that is subject to policies, procedure, methodologies, etc. The internal enterprise, the internal environment exists within the larger external environment, which includes the economy, the competitive environment, etc. Let's look at the information flow as to how does the information actually flow. So the value delivery system works most efficiently when information and the feedback are shared constantly among components. You have to keep the system also aligned with the strategy. We have to also understand that a model for flow of information uh, which is between the senior management and the portfolio, here this is very critical. It cannot happen that the portfolio is not kept into loop. The senior management should have strategic projects managed at a portfolio level. Portfolio is the desired outcome which gives the value for the project. So this has to work in this manner. And then finally when the project is done, it actually goes to the operations team. So everything which is looked at, each and every project that is worked on has to be looked into from a consideration at a senior management level. The whole point being is that the portfolio has to be managed at a portfolio level. It cannot happen that only one project has happened and the other is not. Everything that has to be done, the desired outcomes will come only when the entire portfolio is being managed and is being taken care of. Let's look at the organizational governance system. The governance system works alongside the value delivery system to enable smooth workflows, manage issues, support decision making. Here, a government's framework can include elements of oversight, control, value assessment, integration among other components, decision-making capabilities. Government systems provide an integrated structure for evaluating the changes, issues, and risk associated with the environment. Right? Risk is also an important part here. This includes the portfolio objectives, the program benefits, and the delivery components by the project. Projects can operate within the program or the portfolio or a standalone activity. In some organizations, project management office might support programs and projects within the portfolio also. Project governance include defining the authority to approve changes, and take some business decisions. So that's how governance is equally important for any organization. Now let's see the functions which are associated with the project. Now people drive project delivery, which we are very sure about, right? We know that people are the one who work on the project and they drive the project delivery. They are the one who are actually uh, fulfilling the functions necessary for the project to run efficiently and effectively. Coordinating a collective work effort is extremely important to the success of the project. Regardless of how the projects are coordinated, the collective efforts of the project team delivers the outcome, benefits, and the value. The project team may be supported by additional functions depending on the delivery industry, organizations, and other variations. Need of the project organization and environment influence which functions are used on the project and how those functions are carried forward. As a project manager, it is your responsibility to see, to provide an oversight and coordinate. People in the function help the project team achieve the project objective. As a project manager, you are the one responsible for managing all these. Coordination includes consulting with executive and business unit leaders on ideas for advancing objectives, improving project performance, or meeting the customer needs. Oversight can be involved in follow-on activities related to benefits realization and sustainment of the project delivery are finalized, but before formal closure of the project. This function can support portfolio program within a project is initiated. Ultimately, the function is tailored to fit the organization. To present objectives and feedback. People in that function contribute perspective, insight, and clear direction from the customer and the end user. As a product manager, as a project manager, it is your responsibility to ensure that customer and the end user are not always the same. The purpose for the standard and the customer is defined as the individual or group who has requested or is funding the project. Project needs clear direction from the customer and the end users regarding the project requirement, outcomes, and the expectations. Now, you as a project manager, it is your responsibility to ensure that project has all these things, right? I'm sorry for the overwrite on the line, but yeah, just wanted to highlight this. Please highlight this as well. In an adaptive and a hybrid project environment, the need for ongoing the feedback is greater because the project team are exploring and developing product elements within specific increments. Customer and end user input and feedback needs are determined by the nature of the project and guidance or direction required.